Alright, it's been a minute since I've uploaded, so this video for today is I'm going to be ranking some of my favorite fougere fragrances that are in my collection. Well, pretty much the entirety of my fougere collection. That's part of my actual fragrances. So I'm going to cover them and rank them from least to greatest. And then this will give you an idea of what you want if you decide you want a fougere fragrances in the future, or you're looking into getting into them. So what is fougere fragrances? Generally, they're known as being kind of barbershoppy, right? Green, very green and herbal, if that makes sense. So let's get started. I think the least favorite in this collection is one. It smells like one of the other fragrances that are in this collection that I'm gonna list here. And then two, I don't really get that green herbalness into it. I mean, I do, but I really don't. I don't know how to describe it, but it's just like, it does have that green subtleness to it, but I don't know. There's just something about it that I wouldn't really characterize it. It's not because it's a bad fragrance. I just wouldn't really, in my opinion, even though a lot of people online characterize it as a fougere, I really wouldn't rank it much of a fougere. So we're going to put it at the bottom of the list. That one's going to be Davidoff Cool Water. Like, it's got that herbalness to it, don't get me wrong, but it's like, there's something going on here that smells synthetic, that doesn't give off that green vibe to it. So I'm gonna rank that one last. Fix my camera here. Alright, hopefully it stays up this time. Alright, so that was that was the least on the list. Now the next up on that list is gonna be how many fragrances here do we have anyway? Just because I'm not gonna get them from 1 to 10 because I don't have 10 here, so hold up. Yeah, we got 7 fragrances here. So we're gonna rank them from 7 all the way to number 1 best. So that was gonna be the least favorite here. Moving on to number 6 on the list. Again, we're going from 7 to 1 being the best, 1 being the best. So for number 6, I think we're gonna put Polo Green here. This is an excellent green herbal fragrance. It's an older batch. Like, this one's from 2009 if I'm not mistaken. So it's got a little bit of age on it, but it's nice and green. I love the scent of this one, but it does not last long on my skin at all. I have a vintage bottle from the 80s, but I didn't want to bring this in the collection because these are, again, current formulations that you can easily get. It's going to be harder to get older batches, and you're going to pay a lot of money for some of these older batches. So I'm just going to list these and rank these off of the current formulations, or the ones that are newer, at least. So, again, this is going to be number 6. Excellent fragrance. Does not last long on my skin, for me, at least. So definitely holds a place in my heart in terms of fragrances, but we're going to put that one further down the list. Alright, moving on, where you got Drakkar Noir. This is going to be number 5. Again, I also have a vintage bottle of this one, just like I had a vintage bottle of Polo Green. Sorry, camera's leaning here. Excellent fragrance as well. Performance is alright. It's a little better than Polo Green. I get about probably 7 hours, 6 or 7. That one was probably maybe 5 hours, 5 or 6. So I get a little bit more, longevity out of this one. Projection is massive off this one, off my skin, so I have to take it easy on the sprays. But excellent barbershop fougere fragrance. Just phenomenal, in my opinion, especially when it's a retro. Now, again, fougeres, it's kind of a, I guess, fougeres aren't really popular anymore. This is an old school thing. Something from, like, that probably, well, fougers, to my knowledge, were very popular in the 60s all the way up to the 80s. Sometimes in the 90s. There's a couple of them that were popular in the 90s. So, again, it's not a very modern thing out there, I think. I haven't seen a lot of popular, at least modern fougers. And I've been getting into fragrances and collecting fragrances from 2016, so I think that's saying something, unless I'm blind and there's popular fougers that I just don't know of, and I've been living under a rock. Anyways, what was this? Number 5. It's going to be number 5 on the list. Alright, moving on to number 4 on the list. We are going to put... move this out of the way. Number 4 on the list, it's going to be... yeah, this one. I love this one. Absolutely love this one. It gets a lot of hate, but I love it. It's an 80s release. It's Kuros by YSL. So, I will give my honest opinion on this one. Every time I've worn this one... oh, here, I'll spray a little bit here. Every time I've worn this one, it smells great. That opening is a little harsh. It's kind of stinky. Like, it's got this weird smell to it. That's kind of a turn off. But when this settles down and it gets into the dry down, it is phenomenal in the air. Beast mode off of my skin. Absolute beast mode. I have to go no more than 3 sprays with this one. Actually, maybe no more than 2, honestly. Excellent. Love it. That opening, though, it's a turn off for most people, and it's a little bit of a turn off for me. But once it starts to settle down and develop on my skin, excellent. So number 3 on this list is gonna be a hard one for me, because I really love 2 of these, and it's gonna be really hard for me to rank it, but I'm gonna be honest with you and try to keep it. So honestly, I'm gonna put Platinum Egoist by Chanel as number 3. Excellent fougere. Very green, fresh. Got this freshness in here as well. Some form of citrus. Oh, freaking camera keeps moving. Some form of citrus in here that I'm detecting every time I smell it. And this greenness to it. But it's more green than anything. It has a little bit of woodiness towards the dry down. And then I would say a little bit of soapiness. So, excellent. It's kind of barbershoppy, but it feels more modern, I feel like, than some of these other ones. So we're gonna put this as number 3. Number 2. This one's been getting a little bit of popularity, a little bit more popularity nowadays amongst TikTok and everything. So this one's starting to become a little bit more popular, but I love this one. Number 2, excellent. I literally just got this fragrance earlier this past week. Phenomenal. I love this one. Blew me away. I thought it was okay at first, but the more I've been wearing it, I love it a lot. And that one's gonna be Eau Sauvage Parfum by Christian Dior. It's got this beautiful, beautiful citrus in the opening. You're not gonna notice that greenness until it starts to settle down. Lots of just, oh, I have to spray this one. Lots of green notes to this one. Beautiful. But it's more citrus than I would say green. There's a heavy vetiver note that I noticed here in the opening. Just beautiful. And when this settles, it just becomes amazing. Kind of a beast on my skin. I've had, some of these are better performance, I think, than this one, but I would go, again, no more than 2 sprays with this one, maybe 3. So, that one, we're gonna put that one on here. Now, for my favorite fragrance of the fougères, and again, maybe it's a hype beast fragrance, but I don't care. I absolutely love this one. I blind bought this one, mind you, and I fell in love with it even when I first sprayed it. Did not need any growing on me. I freaking love this fragrance, especially this formulation. This one's a 2016 bottle, so it's got some age on it compared to the modern formulations. I don't know how the modern formulations smell, so I can't rank them, but Creed Green Irish Tweed, you probably knew it was coming. Beautiful fragrance. Just, I don't want to waste the spray, but I got to. Just smoky greenness, like really smoky, at least with this batch. And it's very, very, very green, rich, woody, old school. Of course, this fragrance did come out in the 80s, but it's modern enough to pull off today. I love it. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed. This will give you an idea what you want if you're looking into getting into fougères, of course. So, again, this is my list. Take them however you want. I'd recommend, probably testing these ones out before you just blind buy a lot of them, but, you may love them. So, again, thank you guys for watching. So, have a good day, and please like and comment.